stadium team members. Now we'll consider all gestures will not be together. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or
where do we get our fan ID?
text 472
Jesse!
Text 472 Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan protocol. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information as to use clear bag policy and other events, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue on and keep all of your belongings on your bags and hold any of your bags. Stop and is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in front of the parking decks and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_FANS. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium access and mobile station kiosks are attached to a prepaid that can be used anywhere else is acceptable inside or outside the stadium. Located in available for use and reimbursed levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to please and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 472-444-0294 Again, text 472-444-0294 Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information, please use clear bag policy and other guidelines. Please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of your bags. Please stop and is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in front of your parking decks and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_FANS. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Red station kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere else is acceptable inside or outside the stadium or located in available for use and to the main events levels inside the stadium. Guests are expected to please and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Now or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 472-444-0234. Again, text 472-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan protocol. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events Center and the stadium are clear event events. For more information on the stadium's clear event policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking. By security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby marketplace and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and you're on the stadium before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_FANS. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere for 6 seconds. Inside or outside the stadium are located and available for use on chicken first levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures are not tolerated. For your assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan club. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear event events. For more information on the stadium's clear event policy and other guidelines, and follow the directions of the next step. Make sure your tickets are full and read the scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network.
Down the steps to get over there. Shouldn't that be like there's some type of block?
Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Ready station kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted. Inside or outside the stadium, we're located and available for use on inside the stadium.
Down the escalator. Once you go in, you can't come back out.
For assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using the mobile device. Text 470-444-0234. To Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear event events. For more information on the stadium's clear event policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and
Outside and you see the fan experience. Go to your right, down the escalators. Cannot come back out.
Supervised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby marketplace and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to be scanned before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payments. Ready station kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card. Anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, and located and available for use on each and every first levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium.
Down the escalator. Back out.
Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment, their ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of them back. Non-stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC
trying to see if we might be able to get
fans. That's FWC26_FANS.
Sorry. It just looks like you knew it.
Accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks can convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or use of language assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy,
Querem ir na série fast? Vamos
visit the stadium website.
Eu acho que a gente consegue entrar lá embaixo.
And quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking. All of your belongings in your pockets and your
Down the escalator.
Are y'all taking pictures?
Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and
Down the
mobile payment.
escalator.
Registration kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card. Anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located in the middle of use on each of the concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and community team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or zero
Down the escalator. Come back out.
Again, text 470-444-023446. Stadium
In the background?
free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time in Atlanta Stadium. Atlanta Stadium. Join us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to do for security and before you enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Station kiosks. Anywhere else is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located in the locally used on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. So extend courteous and respectful towards each other in the stadium. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 472-444-0234.
I'm gonna go get
Text 472-444-0234. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the ticket holders, their guests, and other fans to enjoy the event. Free behavior prohibited in and Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Stadium personnel instructions to go for security and before you enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets before any of you staff is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, shelter in place in your parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Registration kiosks. One cash to prepaid debit card. That can be used anywhere else is accepted, inside or outside the stadium. They're located in the local use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. So expect to be courteous and respectful towards each other in the stadium. Gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 472-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 472-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited on the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go for security and before you enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card. that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the in-course levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other in the stadium. Attire, behavior, or please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will be interviewed to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited with the fan code conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of those down. Don't stop and sit down by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payments. Anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use by in-course levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited from the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue to follow the guidelines and any of the severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Brand station kiosks or cash to prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. All abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited from the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at the stadium are more information on the stadium website. Follow stadium instructions to get your security enter the stadium. Please proceed tickets are full and scan by approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's
Jedziesz ku mamę,
Where do we get our fan ID?
Chelsea!
supported environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan protocol. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-band events. For more information, use the news clear-band policy. And other band events, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings on your right and hold any of your bag. Stop and is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in front of the parking decks and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network FWC26_FANS. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium itself, and registration kiosks or cash to anywhere visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located in available for use by reimbursed delegates inside the stadium. Guests are expected to police and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using their mobile phones. Text 470-444-0234 Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Atlanta Stadium are clear-band events. For more information, the stadium's clear-band policy. Please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of your own bag. Please stop and is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in front of your parking decks and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network FWC26_FANS. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks or cash to be identified. Anywhere visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use by each of the main players lounge inside the stadium. Guests are expected to praise and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use your mobile phones. Text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan protocol. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-band events. For more information on the stadium's clear-band policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of your Please stop and is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, shelter in place in nearby marketplace and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and you're on the stadium before closing the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere for 6 and 7. Please support outside the stadium are located and available for use on each of the 8 concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please
over here, and once again, shout out to the people on the patio inside enjoying the views, and everybody else sitting outside right now. The sun is coming out, no rain in the forecast, and we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful match. If you need anything, feel free to come over and ask, okay? Don't forget to fuel up down here and grab some drinks on the other end. Let's go, Canada!
'Cause this is the World Cup. Put your flags up in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Put your flags up in the air. 2026 back. It's that World Cup time. Stand up. Let's go. I step.
Stadium with a history of welcoming the world, the 2010 Olympics opening ceremony, the 2015 Women's World Cup final, and now the chance for these fans inside this stadium to see one of the most consequential games the Canadian men's national team has ever played. On Friday, the world watched and witnessed history by the Lakeshore in Toronto. Canada's first World Cup point. World Cup goal on home soil scored by Kyle Larin. But now aspirations are higher. The home crowd is bigger. And here in Vancouver, the goal is a first World Cup win and a huge step close to progression to the round of 32.
What an atmosphere inside BC Place. A sea of red will welcome these players onto the field, and it's going to be an amazing occasion. Toronto Stadium played its part in the first game, but the city of Vancouver is ready for its moment.
Both of these sides ending match day one with a draw. Kyle Larin rescuing a point for Canada in the 71st minute, just 2 minutes after coming on, after Jovo Lukic had given Bosnia and Herzegovina a first half lead. For Qatar, they left it even later. A 94th minute own goal, getting them a point in Santa Clara in the 1-1 draw against Switzerland. And now with the flags unfurled, the teams set to make their way out here at BC Place. Just a few moments ago, Jesse Marsh coming out into the arena, punching the air, whipping up the crowd into a frenzy.
Yeah, it was fantastic to see the players and the coaching staff, Jesse Marsh leading them out onto this field. Half the stadium probably full at that time, but the roar, the crescendo as they made their way out, it was terrific stuff. And now they get to do the walk to the centre circle for the anthem. It's the proudest moment a player can go through. Yo, D.
Yo, JD, you see my text? They haven't lost. These guys are unbelievable.
They haven't lost?
Since 96.
Haven't lost yet.
A day of destiny for the Canadian men's national team. And with Switzerland having already beaten Bosnia and Herzegovina today by 4 goals to 1, Canada know a win is vital here today for their World Cup hopes.
It really is, and they've got to build on that second half performance against Bosnia and Herzegovina, where they were excellent. They had the right pace and tempo to the game. They had the energy to go and drive forward consistently, and I think if they start with that same mindset, positivity, to take on Qatar this afternoon, then they are going to get the vital 3 points, 2 or 3 goals to the good.
Jesse Marsh said he needs his side to be more ruthless around the goal, to be more effective from set pieces.
Yeah, I would agree with that. They conceded a very poor goal against Bosnia, and they've got to make sure that they're concentrating against this Qatar team. They've got threats, they're quick on the counter-attack, they're very well organised by Lopetegui, an outstanding manager. The Spaniards, one of the best managers in this tournament, so that is the strength.
The referee today is 37-year-old Christian Garay from Chile. He's been a FIFA referee since 2019 and has taken charge of some big games in Copa Libertadores, also in the Club World Cup last year, and 1 game at Copa America as well. So Jesse Marsh has decided to make 2 changes to the side that started the 1-1 draw with Bosnia. Ali Ahmed and Kyle Larin, who both came in off the bench in the second half and made a huge impact, are replacing Liam Miller and Tani Oluwaseyi in the starting lineup.
Yeah, the performances from Ahmed and Larin were really good, so it's not a surprise that we see them in this lineup. Expect Larin and David to look more like a 2. Jonathan David's played a lot of games for Canada recently as a 10, floating around, but he's going to be up top. He's going to occupy these Qatari defenders, and this is the 11 for Qatar here. Abu Nada had a significant game in that first match, the draw with Switzerland. Afif is a threat, he's one that will like to get forward. Laie is a player who sort of floats between the back line and the midfield. You'll see them look like a 5 at times, but then when he gets possession, he'll step forward and he'll get some numbers in attack. And they can't be underestimated. If Canada play to the best, however, they will win this game.
Almoez Ali still on the bench, one of Qatar's biggest attacking threats, who has been struggling with injury. So many British Columbia and specifically Vancouver connections throughout this Canadian squad. A special moment for many of them. And British Columbia, of course, a province that has given so much to the game over the years. Around half of the 1986 World Cup squad were BC boys. And what a moment it is for Vancouver to host this match here today. Lopetegui and Qatar standing in their way. Only one all-time meeting between these sides. It was before the World Cup in Qatar, in fact, September of 2022 in Vienna. Canada won 2-0. Kyle Larin and Jonathan David, who both start today, scored goals on that day. Canada were 2 up inside the first 13 minutes in that game. Well, the streets of Vancouver have been paved with red all day. This is a city that has wrapped its arms around the World Cup over the course of the last few days. And now in front of 50,000 Canadians inside BC Place and millions watching from coast to coast to coast. An opportunity for these players to take a path never walked before. The biggest match this men's national team has ever played is underway here in downtown Vancouver. And Jesse Marsh looking for his side to make a fast start. Having worn red on Friday, they wear the black jerseys today. What are the keys to success here?
All business, they've got to start quickly, Luke. They've got to get on that front foot and be very positive. Play in Qatar's defensive half. And this is a good start. Ali Ahmed, as we know, one of the best pressers in this team, and setting the tone early.
It was a year ago yesterday that on this pitch in the Gold Cup group stage, Canada won by 6-0 against Honduras. Ahmed down the left side here as he plays this one in towards the back post. And no way for N18G to get on that one. And in the opening 45 seconds, Qatar with their first chance.
And it was a great counter-attack. We've said that's their threat, their pace on the break. And lovely little dummy in the middle of the park by a thief. Caught out Alistair Johnson. Great ball to the far post. And Nielsen Jr. can't quite get a clean connection on it.
The 6-0 win against Honduras a year ago was probably one of the best performances we've seen under Jesse Marsh. They ran rampant that night here. Buchanan down the right side. He's got support from Alistair Johnston, who was born in Vancouver before moving to Ontario. And across the back for Derek Cornelius, who used to call this place home as a Vancouver Whitecaps player. DeFugeral through the middle for Kone. And wide to the right for Tejon Buchanan. Buchanan swings that cross into the middle. Drops for David, who couldn't get the shot away.
Comes through bodies. It's not easy, but he should have done a little bit better with his touch. Wasn't a great ball from Tejon Buchanan, but reached the feet of David. He couldn't sort them out quickly enough.
Talking to Jesse Marsh this morning, he said that they've noticed over the course of the last 18 months or so, this Qatar side does struggle at times to deal with crosses. Expect a number of crosses to be put in with frequency here into the box for the targets of Laren and Jonathan David.
Well, you could see that was the first thought in Tejon Buchanan's mind. He had the little pass to an inside run of Alistair Johnson's, but he didn't even think about it. He wanted to put it in the box and test this defence.
Buchanan running towards the byline, clips that cross in back post. Ali Ahmed will go chasing across to the far side. Another former Whitecaps player. And here's another, Richie Larea, the Toronto FC man who spent a short time here in Vancouver with the Whitecaps. Ahmed's ball into the middle. Jonathan David to the byline. And that's gone behind. All eyes on the referee who points for a goal kick.
Yeah, a little bit heavy with his touch again. At least he's getting some touches in the box. It's a key for David to play high today, not to go searching for the ball in the midfield position. Be a striker, be a partner for Kyle Laren, and wait for his opportunity. And I'm confident that when it comes, he'll find the cool finish that he so often has.
Feels a little calming for us to be in familiar surroundings, calling the game. I've already mentioned 4 or 5 former Vancouver Whitecaps players who are out there today who know every inch of this stadium. But could that also provide some pressure? I mean, you stepped out on the pitch for the pre-game here.
Yeah,
said that you were feeling it there.
Pressure. I know it was the first time I'd felt the pressure, but it's amazing being down there because it is totally different when you're out there in the middle of that field. But it's a good start, this.
Away towards the edge of the area, still going through. He knows the penalty. It's waved away quickly by the referee. And now Ali Ahmed's ball to the edge of the box. A fast-paced, frantic start from Canada, who are on top here. 3.5 minutes in.
I get some real joy with carrying the ball forward. The athleticism is shown at the minute.
Stacchio is down. The referee plays on. It's Alistair Johnston out wide to the left for Ali Ahmed. Larea overhits that one and it will run behind for a goal kick.
I think Stacchio is just saying it's calmed down a bit. There he is. Choice there, maybe not the best. What a brilliant view that is from the referee's vantage point. You see Alistair Johnson driving across the field here. Full-backs have been very influential at the beginning here. Richard Larea and Alistair Johnson have huge licence to go forward.
Not only is it the first time this 11 has started together for Canada, it is the first time they've been on the pitch together at any stage. 5 players start today that were in the 11 against Honduras a year ago yesterday in this stadium. DeFugeral, Larea, Buchanan, Ahmed and Jonathan David. Laren putting pressure on there as it's played downfield by Abunada. He's in his first World Cup. Qatar with 6 of this 11 today that were in the 2022 World Cup squad. Unchanged lineup as Afif plays it back here into the middle. The pressure from Jonathan David. This is Kyle Laren. He's got Ali Ahmed to his left. Big challenge coming in there from Madibo.
Well done, Cornelius.
Cornelius stepping forward. Madibo goes across, but Ali Ahmed just slipping there as it comes back here. Stefano Stacchio turning. This is Alistair Johnston. Cannon against Ahmed down the right side for Canada. Eustachio. Johnston's low cross takes a touch there on Ahmed, who goes behind for a corner for Canada. Their first of the game.
The idea that this is the one where Maria went down looking for it. I don't think it was a foul, probably just outside the box. Johnson's ball there out for this corner was an intended pass to Ismail Coney, who got a nice little position inside. The runs from midfield are working at the moment.
Ali Ahmed across to take this one. Away firmly at the front post, back out to Ali Ahmed, who will keep it on down the right side. Ahmed with the high ball towards the back post.
Good save, good effort as well from David. Excellent deep ball to the Juventus man, who peeled out to the far post, decided to take it first time. Loved the confidence, struck it quite well. Abunada with a good save.
It was Canada's first shot of the game, and it was on target from Jonathan David. Al Rayyan goalkeeper Mahmoud Abunada with the save. The high ball up to halfway, where it's brought down by Derek Cornelius, who starts alongside Luc de Fougerolles at the back for the 9th time for Canada. Third consecutive start together for this back line. Kone dropping deep to get on the ball. Passes it right towards Lopetegui, the head coach for Qatar, and out of play there. Lopetegui, someone who, of course, has so much experience in the managerial game.
Here's the volley again from David. Goes near post. I think he's just trying to get a good connection on it, hit the target, which he does. As I said, Abunada down quite smartly to his right-hand side, making a save you'd expect him to pull off.
Richie Araya turning, getting out of the challenge of Ed Wilson Jr. Ali Ahmed down that left side as Java looks to try and get back and close him down. Nicely done by Ali Ahmed, and into the box it goes. Kone underneath this one. And they couldn't find Akram Afif, one of the more experienced players in the Qatar squad. 138th cap today. He's got 40 goals, the Al Sadd man. And Afif is off early, running to try and get on the end of this one. Derek Cornelius tracking back. Afif up against Cornelius. Not much support. Cornelius with the foul. And let's see how the referee deals with this. Is there going to be a yellow for Cornelius? Yes, there is. 8 minutes in. Cornelius into the book.
I don't think he can really complain too much about this. He's going to have words with the ref, of course, but Afif just jinks back inside to his right. Cornelius doesn't move his feet quickly enough, gives away the foul. In the position that Afif was in, it's always going to be a yellow card. It's going to be very careful now for the rest of the match. Another little example of the threat and the counter-attack, where Ismail Coney is a little slow in the ball, and they break with 2 or 3 white shirts.
The other concern for Canada is that in the first game, Alistair Johnston and Luc de Fougerolles both got yellow cards, which means if they were to get another yellow here today in this game, they would be suspended for the match against Switzerland, the final game of the group stage.
Looks like setting this one Cookies. No thought to put it in the middle. They do have numbers up, but I think he's going to have a direct shot at goal here.
Roland Cookie, the captain for Qatar, drives it in, and it's off the wall behind for a Qatar corner. Qatar with their first corner of the game, that 94th minute own goal at the end of the first match in Switzerland was just their second World Cup goal of all time. They trailed to an Mbowo penalty from the 17th minute. It was Cookie's header that led to the own goal. This time, Afif's ball into the front post, pulled away there by Stefan Eustachio. Ali Ahmed putting the pressure on as they go all the way back towards Mahmoud Abunada. It's his first World Cup, the keeper. He's under pressure from David. Not the best clearance. Canada swarming around, and that's gone out. Buchanan asking for the throw. He doesn't get it.
Doesn't look comfortable there, Abunada. Ball back to his feet. He was nervy on his left-hand side. Really mishit the clearance, but he was a bit fortunate that Afif was onto it before anybody in the black of Canada.
He only made his debut last October in a World Cup qualifying draw against Oman. Wide to the right to Edmilson Jr. up against Richie Larea. The Belgian-born attacker Edmilson Jr. yet to score for his country in 17 previous appearances. Pedro Miguel across the back. Wide to Homan Ahmed down the left side. Afif back inside for Ahmed. And in the midfield now, Madibo. Sudan-born central midfielder out towards the right side and back for Madibo once again. Alistair Johnston underneath this one, heads it out of play for a throw for Qatar. Qatar conceding in the first half of all 4 World Cup games in their history. They've not had a World Cup clean sheet. In fact, Switzerland's in the group opener, the first time they haven't given up multiple goals in a World Cup game. I think their debut as hosts in 2022. Buchanan is fouled. Not much doubt about that from the arms of Homan Ahmed right around the neck of Tejan Buchanan.
Working hard, Buchanan, defensively. Marsh not happy with someone there. He's right out of his area to try and keep the thing moving quickly. He wants the ball to be in play and for Qatar not to get any respite.
He talked about all the options out wide, Jesse Marsh, but did say that Tejan Buchanan really feels much more comfortable on the right side, whereas some of the other wingers don't mind whether they play on the right or the left. He said Buchanan didn't really affect the game as much as he would have. Kone. Cornelius wide for Richie Larea. Support there from Ali Ahmed on the far side. Up against Alawi. Back for Eustachio. Everyone back for Qatar, and Madibo got in there, but the Fixture all able to get there first and play the ball across towards Cornelius. Derek Cornelius getting the first yellow card of the game. And now Kone pushing that ball on towards Alistair Johnston. Looking wide to the right for Tejan Buchanan. Still no way through.
Really tight, isn't it? There's not a lot of space in between the lines. Better.
Buchanan with a turn there, and maybe that should be a yellow for Homan Ahmed.
Surely it's a yellow card.
Well, if the one for Cornelius was with any consistency, that was very similar. Buchanan would have been away with a chance to drive towards the box and get across.
That's a definite yellow.
Not given though.
Cynical from Homan Ahmed. Pulling Buchanan back. He knows he's in. He's round and through the back. He pulls him back. Should certainly have been a card from Christian Garay.
So Ali Ahmed places the ball down. Kone walks away. De Fougerolles and Cornelius both forward from the back. Jesse Marsh has targeted attacking set pieces as a way that they can hurt this Qatar side.
Get the delivery right.
Ahmed's ball's swung in. De Fougerolles couldn't get there. Drops to Eustachio and deflects away. Just kept in play there at the back. And in the end, it's out for a corner.
It's too much there from Nelson Jr. He's trying to be too cute. There's good pressure though from David. He recognised he was offside, waited till new phase of play started, and then put the pressure on. Ahmed with a great delivery from the wide free kick there. Look, he's going to get it right here again from this corner. Cornelius, Larin, And look, the Fugger on the bunch. Jonathan David now joins them at the top of the box.
Ali Ahmed in towards the front post where it's cleared away. Kone. It was Canada's second corner of the opening 16 minutes. Ahmed and Johnston. Alistair Johnston towards the byline. He's done well here. Johnston's ball back to the edge of the box.
Magnificent stuff from the striker. Good play from Johnson to drive to the byline and clips up a good little ball. What a strike that was from David, I think it is. He connects with it really well. And then there's Lauren, 4 yards out. Abunada's scrambling to try and get his hands on it, but Lauren is there first. And the ball's in the back of the net, and Canada have the lead that they wanted.
Kyle Lauren scores in back-to-back games at the World Cup. And I know it is only 2 goals, but he is now the men's World Cup leading goal scorer for the country.
Well, he was disappointed he didn't start in Toronto Stadium against Bosnia. He responded in the best way that you can by putting the ball in the back of the net on that afternoon and getting the start here today. He wanted to prove another point that he should be starting every match, and he's off to a flyer.
Canada's second all-time leading scorer, his 32nd career goal on cap number 92 for his country. It's Kyle Lauren with the goal, and now Buchanan. Out it goes. Off Laie for a corner here on the right.
Buchanan, I mean, particularly Buchanan on this near side, he's absolutely roasting Omar Ahmed. Every time he's got a chance to go on, he's got the beating of him, and Johnson needs to just keep feeding him the ball and staying away, trying to isolate him 1v1. Yet another corner for Canada. Eustáquio's on this one.
This is corner number 3. Eustáquio goes short to Tejon Buchanan. Qatar have not been able to live with Canada so far. What a start. It was the Jonathan David strike. Abunada couldn't hold it. And then Kyle Lauren there for the rebound.
It was another good strike from David. He had that volley 5 or so minutes before, maybe 10 minutes. And it was a good one because it was a difficult one. Look, he tendency is to get underneath that, but he made sure he hit the target. Abunada couldn't handle how quickly it was at him. It was a poor spill from him. And Lauren, as we said, onto it so quickly.
Over the top from Fuggerol, and Buchanan just won't get there in time. March 2023, the last time Kyle Lauren scored goals in back-to-back games for Canada. And I'm sure the Prime Minister, Mark Carney, was off his seat when that one was tapped in. He's sitting next to Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president. Head of CONCACAF, Vic Montaliani, the CONCACAF president and FIFA vice president, also here in attendance today. As you would expect, what a moment for him as a former president of Canada Soccer and a Vancouver boy through and through to be in the building for this one here today. I've spoken to so many people who have been connected with this game in this province for a long time, including a couple of the 86 team earlier on today that were talking about just what this means.
Lopetegui furious. He doesn't think it was a foul. Looked like a foul to me. It was good play from Johnson. Just jinked inside, a little back heel, a little flick to get away from the pressure, and then it's a foul for sure. It's in quite a good area, this. Also, Eustáquio will swing this in, I think. Ahmed's over there too. They're mixing up the responsibilities of set pieces at the moment.
"20 minutes in, it's 1-0. If Canada win by 4 goals today, they would go top of the group and therefore only need a draw on the final day against Switzerland to win the group. That would mean they stay here in Vancouver for the round of 32. We're a long, long way from that, but certainly a good start.
I was just going to say that, just win the game, get the second goal. I think that'll be vitally important to give yourself that cushion.
And it comes from Ali Ahmed. Cornelius and the Fugero are both climbing, but that one's gone behind.
Great ball again. That's the delivery, nice and flat, arcing round. And Canadian player getting his head on it, which is good. Signs of the joy they're getting from set plays. It's Cookie that's down, the captain, holding on to his face. Didn't see anything dangerous in there. The players come over for a little bit of water and some instructions from the coaching staff. Here it is. Is it Cornelius that maybe just catches him in the head? Head-to-head contact there between the two centre-backs.
Well, just the start that Jesse Marsh would have wanted as he goes to his board. And I think the referee is urging the players back on. I wondered if this might be the hydration break, but not quite yet.
Well, it would have been a good time to have the hydration break. It's coming in a minute or two. The ref's not too happy. Speaking to Mustachio, who's the captain, of course, to just let him know that you can't really do that when the ball's still in play. Cuckoo's coming off this near side. He's holding on to his head, but I think he'll be fine to return.
Canada has never lost an international match in which Kyle Larin has scored. And not only have they never lost, they've won 22 of them and drawn 3.
Absolutely phenomenal stats. Larin's at it. You can see he's got a spring in his step out here.
He mentioned it. He felt that he should have been given the start in that opening game. He talked about the fact that he plays well when he's angry.
He does. He does. That's what Jesse Marsh will be saying, that he did it on purpose to get him fired up, and it worked. He came on when there was a bit more space, and of course he got the all-important equalising goal.
He scored today with just his second touch of the game, and with 3 shots in World Cup action, he has 2 goals at this tournament.
Good ratio.
The Fugero just inside his own half here. Qatar waiting to get their captain back in, so they're a man down for the moment. Pookie having to wait to be let back in after the time has elapsed by the referees. Coming on now as Cornelius plays it forward towards the edge of the area for Ali Ahmed. Ahmed up against Java there, but Qatar able to get it away. Mustachio steps in, keeps that ball in play. Lovely turn from Richie Larray. Down the line it goes, but Ali Ahmed just can't quite get there.
It's just a bit heavy from Larray. A lovely turn. Just on the outside.
And now here comes the hydration break with Canada leading by 1-0.
The world is changing, but with every challenge comes a chance to build better, stronger. We're investing in ourselves, buying Canadian, prospering from our resources and critical minerals. Our plan is to create jobs, build affordable homes twice as fast, break down barriers between provinces, and expand global trade. This is our moment to build a strong economy by Canadians, for Canadians. A message from the Government of Canada.
Lovely skill to get out of a tight situation. Now a powerful run forward. Just look at the way he turns the defender and gets away. He just couldn't quite get hold of that one. What an occasion. What drama here for these fans.
strife. And with FanDuel's new Super Sub, if your player is subbed out, your bet stays in. At FanDuel, every score means more. North America's
He has delivered when it was needed twice in this tournament already. Jesse Marsch was actually in the stadium in Santa Clara to go and watch Qatar take on Switzerland at the weekend. He flew straight after the game for Canada on Friday, so he could be there in Santa Clara for that match. He said it gives him not only a feel of the emotion of the game, but also he gets the chance to look at how players react in certain situations, maybe able to target certain players for certain things that you just can't see when you're watching it on a TV screen.
You can't see it. Even if you've got a tactical cam, you can see all the pitch. It's not the same thing as being there and feeling it and seeing the emotions, how players react to certain situations.
He's gone across the edge of the box, couldn't find Larin. Afif gets back for Qatar as Johnston is all over him. And Alistair Johnston holding off Afif. Inside it goes for Kone, the former Montreal man, in towards Larea, who was fouled. He was caught late there, and the referee saw that challenge and gives the free kick here. Jason Jaba, the Al Rayyan man in his second World Cup, gives away the foul.
Yeah, the fullbacks are key components in this game for Canada. They're doing really well, having great matches, Johnson and Larea. They're really stepping forward and providing overloads in midfield or in wider areas, depending on when they're inverting or when they're going on the overlap.
He's roll forward for Buchanan. Lovely turn from Buchanan, and that takes a deflection. It's Jonathan Davis!
Fans are on the floor, make some noise, let's go!
Question marks against his ability to get goals, but his quality is undoubted, and he proves it yet again. What a deflection from the Buchanan shot that looks over his shoulder. Look at the concentration. He's already had two excellent strikes on target in this game, but this is even better. On the full volley, flashes it past Abu Nada on his near side. Lopetegui puts his arms out in frustration, racks the ball, puts his up in the eye, and Canada have the 2-0 lead that they so wanted early in this game on the platform to go on and score more goals.
What a performance through half an hour. The other thing that we've talked about is the hydration break sometimes changing the momentum in games, but Canada came right back out flying.
They did, and it was the full-backs and Johnson being so aggressive. He understands that Afif is the main player for Qatar. He right on him, won the ball back, battle of strength. And just like the tone that's been set by Johnson and Larea particularly, David just full of concentration. He knew if he hit the target, he had a great chance of scoring, and it proved to be the case. 2 goals for the two strikers today. Larin and David love playing with each other, and they've proved it yet again here this afternoon at BC Place.
Cookie's ball forward towards halfway, picked up by Afif. Eustachio. This is Kone. Kone over the top, Tejon Buchanan. Here's Tejon Buchanan. It's a yellow card shown
He burst into it. He knows if he gets there first, but Ahmed, who struggled to cope with them all game, is going to initiate contact. There is some contact there on Buchanan. He goes over as soon as he feels it. As the ball comes off his chest, no doubt in my mind it is a penalty kick. The defender can't afford to touch Buchanan, but he does. And this is a huge chance for Canada to pretty much seal the 3 points before the half. Here it is. Got the contact there from Ahmed. Jesse Marsh can't hide his excitement.
Of course, Alphonso Davies missed Canada's penalty in the opening game of the 2022 World Cup. Jonathan David placing the ball on the spot. He's just being held for a moment and checking it.
Checking if the foul is inside or outside the box.
Number 14, commit the opportunity goal. From that decision is red card, then free kick.
It's a red card, yep. Penalty, but Ahmed is sent off. If it's in the box, it's a penalty and a yellow. It's outside according to VAR. So that means that Ahmed is off, and it is 10 men now for Qatar the rest of the way.
He just asks us, what would you rather? You know, would you chance to score a free shot from 12 yards, go 3-0 up, game's done? Or now you're playing against 10 men for almost an hour, probably time added on about an hour or so. I had a look at Stefan Estaco, and he was cheering. He was rather this decision. Well, I think he was just so happy that the red card came. It means that Qatar are really up against it now. There we see it just outside, wasn't it?
Very close.
It's close. It's such a hard one because where is the contact? Is it his momentum? I think he just got caught maybe about 8 inches there, inches outside the line. It's a free kick that's in a great spot. I don't know if Cornelius can get it up or down. I think someone will need to go for power. Cornelius will fancy it. He loves his free kicks. We saw him score a beautiful one, of course, not too long ago in a friendly against Wales.
Thunderous strike that night from Derek Cornelius in Swansea. Jonathan David had that ball on the spot and had scored twice for Canada from the penalty spot. His last goals, in fact, for Canada back in March in Toronto. Draw with Iceland.
Yeah, this is about hitting the target, testing the goalkeeper. I would go for power here. You can see Kyle Larin and Ismail Korea standing where they're entitled to in front. Probably split in the last minute. Ahmed will blast it that direction. But Cornelius fancies it. I think it suits the right footer more. Let's see.
It's Ahmed or Cornelius. It's Ahmed over the bar.
Gotta go low and hard with power. Poor selection from Ali Ahmed. You can never get up and down from there. It's too difficult. You've got to go low and hard. We really thought that he was going to blast it at that space where Larin and Coney were going to vacate.
Things unravelling for Qatar here, 35 minutes in. Only one of two hosts to fail to advance from the group at the World Cup. It was Qatar in 2022, South Africa in 2010.
Not that they want to get complacent, look, but they're pretty much 2-0 up against 10 men, against the quality of Qatar, no disrespect to them. It pretty much guarantees the 3 points. Now, you've got to go for the goal so you can afford that draw against Switzerland to top the group.
Down the left, battling with Alistair Johnston, and Buchanan comes across and gets a foot in. It's a Qatar throw here. Switzerland with a 4-1 win earlier today, so they have the +3 goal differential. They'll be here at BC Place next Wednesday for the final game of the group stage. Foot in from Kone. Now it's Jonathan David. Canada breaking forward quickly here with David. To the right side, he's got Kone. Laren's made the early run into the middle, and it's gone out right by the corner flag for a throw there off Issa Lae.
I love it though. I love him. He's trying to put it in the box. It's that quick cross that we've been asking for a number of games from Canada that's been excellent in this first half. Just when the space is there, your head's up, just put it into the area so there's consistency for Laren and David.
Buchanan back here for the Fougerolles. Eustachio driving forward, wide to the right for Buchanan once again. Lovely skill from Buchanan. The cross is decent, but couldn't quite get there. And now to Fougerolles, back for Kone. Everyone back behind the ball once again. Qatar with only 10 men right now after the sending off. Forward it goes to the rail, and it's all
Just can't change his direction. His body's moving to the left, and he's going to try and get back to the right. He gets his foot on it, but can't get any power.
Buchanan with a flick, and into the arms of Abunada, the keeper.
What a run from Larea though to get him behind, get to the goal line, cut it across. David can't connect, Buchanan does, but he's moving in a different direction. Good stuff yet again from the Canadians.
5 red cards now at this World Cup. There were only 4 in 2022. Of course, we had 3 in the opening game. It goes back to Abunada. Laren putting the pressure on us. Abunada drives it downfield, and Cornelius gives away the free kick there. And Wilson Jr. looking to take it quickly. Afif. Back for the captain, Kuka. Pedro Miguel, the Portugal-born defender, back for Roland Kuki. Afif's ball round the corner, stopped by de Fougerolles. And was he fouled? Well, he's won the throw here, right in front of Jesse Marsh, who stands on the edge of the technical area.
2 balls on the pitch. Johnson wants to take the throw quickly. That's what he did so often in Toronto Stadium against Bosnia and Herzegovina. There's that Buchanan chance when he's just stretching, he's trying to change his body direction. It's not an easy thing to do when you're moving at the speed that Tejon Buchanan was.
Ali Ahmed down the left side, back here for Stefan Eustachio. Look for Fougerolles. Now it's Johnston. Buchanan. The Fougerolles through. Jonathan David turns and fires. It's knocked over the bar, and the corner is the result here for Canada.
Great ball from de Fougerolles into David's feet. Very quick with his turning shot. The defender did well.
A change coming up here for Qatar as they bring off Yusuf Abdurrazak, the striker.
Yeah, it's nothing they can do really. They've got to try and stay in the game, be a defensive substitution this, I'm sure, to try and get some kind of solidity by. They're just trying to get to half-time at the moment, only 2-0 down. Then they'll stay in the game and hope they've got a fighter's chance near the end.
Sultan Al-Break, the left-back, coming on to fill the hole left by the sending off of Ahmed. Eustachio into the front post. De Fougerolles met it, drops towards Tejon Buchanan. Now Kone. Blocked away there by Nassim Madibo. The flag is up for offside. Inside the final minutes of the first half. Goals from Kyle, Laren and Jonathan David. Laren, the first CONCACAF player to score in back-to-back World Cup matches since Clint Dempsey of the US in 2014. Laren making his mark in the opening 2 games of this World Cup. Alawi across to take the throw on the far side. So they basically took off a striker and put it on the left back.
Yeah. Fif's went through the middle now, playing a sort of 4-4-1 formation with the player less. Fif's got a bit of pace, he'll try and make these kind of runs into channels and be a threat.
Here is a Fif looking for the substitute Albrecht, who made the run forward there, but look at the black jerseys getting quickly back around Sultan Albrecht. Laying across the back. Gets it back from Kuki. They'll go all the way back to Abanada, the goalkeeper. Richie Larea just watching that one out of play. Kyle Larin reinstated into the starting lineup today after coming on and making his mark off the bench in the opener. One of two changes that were made by Jesse Marsh. The other was Ali Ahmed coming in for Liam Miller. Johnston finds Buchanan. Kone. Buchanan into the path of Alistair Johnston. And that one's taken a deflection and gone behind, I think, of Madibo for another Canada corner.
Yeah, he took a bit too long there to put it in. Johnston, don't know if he was struggling to get to the ball or something, or he was looking in the box, but had to put it in quicker. Great little run though, he's really good at making that inside movement. Alistair Johnston does it all the time for his club Celtic. Makes his little runs, smart timing of the run when he gets that pass inside.
The fifth corner of the game for Canada. Qatar with just the one so far. Eustachio's outswinging to Fougerolles with a header. Cornelius tries to turn and goes down. No penalty, says the referee.
Referee was in a good spot. Good sight of it. No delay here, of course. I don't know. Cornelius will stay down, of course. I don't think he's particularly hurt.
Larea, Kone, David, all
think it's a penalty, yeah.
Right to the referee, pleading their case.
Let's see here, is there contact? Oh, Cornelius kicks the back of his leg. It's not a penalty kick. In my eyes, the defender doesn't do anything wrong.
Play on, says the referee. The throw taken by Johnston and Cornelius back on his feet without the need for treatment. Eustachio down the right side finds Tejon Buchanan. Buchanan through from Larin. Hooked away only as far as Ali Ahmed, back into the 6-yard box, but headed away by Albrecht. Kone underneath it. Now Cornelius out to the far side. Brought down by Ali Ahmed. He's up against Alawi. Cornelius, who didn't play a lot towards the end of the season. This his loan spell to Rangers in Scotland didn't go to plan. Kone back inside for Eustachio, who's leaving LAFC and going back to his parent club Porto after the World Cup. Jonathan David, Ali Ahmed. First to react there was Madibo. Nielsen Jr. under pressure on the far side. It's gone out. Campbell at the corner, but it's not given.
Got that corner, didn't it? Nielsen Jr. trying a little run out, but it came off his toe there. 6 minutes of time added on because, of course, the hydration break, but then the injury to Kukai before it as well. Took him 2 or 3 minutes. And being greedy to ask for another Canada goal before half-time.
Well, when I mentioned that 4 goals, a win by 4 goals today would finish top of the, or give Canada the chance to draw against Switzerland and finish top of the group in the final round of matches, you sort of laughed at me. More realistic now, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Can't afford to let the pace of the game go. You've got to keep it really high, keep testing Qatar. They've done that so well in the first half, but keep going for the 6 minutes to go here, and then beyond and into the second push for 4 or 5 goals. It'd be a delight, wouldn't it?
A minute of the 6 have been played. Larea carries it forward. Ali Ahmed on the far side, up against Alawi. Back towards Stefan Eustachio. Eustachio floats it high, back post. Takes up Buchanan. Goal line.
Outstanding header from Kukai, the captain. Great ball. Deep ball by Eustachio to back post. Buchanan shouts, he knows he's there. I believe it was David that was coming in with the big centre back. He did so well.
Well, there were 2 goal line clearances in the first game. Canada must have had the most goal line clearances in the World Cup so far go against them.
Johnston down the right for Tajon Buchanan. Buchanan is feeling it today. That ball played in. Kone couldn't take a swing. He didn't get blipped. He's down.
How good has Buchanan been? Best player in this first half. Looks so confident. He's already toasted one left full back and Romam Ahmed. Now he's got another one. Albrecht to go. He's gone past him just as easily.
Buchanan back for Johnston. This one in towards Laren at the back post.
Questions about his form. What a hat-trick there, lovely little ball. I'm saying that's a foul, I don't think so. Not a clear and obvious error. Laren's just too strong for the defender, he has to do better. What a save. It's a better save than I thought, but David's here just to stud it into the net. Maybe some question marks. Is it a foul by David as well? I don't think so. This goal is going to stand in my mind.
Qatar get things back on the way. It is 3-0. The goal does stand. It was a great move from Abu Dhabi to keep that one out of the first place from Laren, who almost got his second of the day.
Yeah.
But Johnny on the spot.
Does it again, doesn't he? Laren and David, more goals here today. Just too much for this defence. Too strong, too powerful, too quick.
And Canada halfway towards a first ever World Cup win. Jonathan David towards Ahmed on the far side. Back for Jonathan David. Larea. Eustachio wide for Tajon Buchanan. Buchanan for Johnston. Eustachio. Buchanan finds Alistair Johnston. Oh, saved by Abinada.
Yeah, he had to get it across the 6-yard box. He shoots the goal. I don't know if it's a shot or a cross, but he just had to wrap his foot around it a bit more. There's a couple of players at the back for tap-ins.
Eustachio down the right side and Buchanan. Space for Johnston. He's playing in a very advanced position now that Qatar are down to 10 men. Alistair Johnston.
It's so good. The first half, I think that partnership of Johnson, Buchanan has been excellent.
Here come Canada once again. Ali Ahmed on the far side. Larea. The Fougeron across for Kone. The final seconds of the first half here in Vancouver. This is a thief out wide to that right side. Now we're looking to bring it away. The Fougeron quickly across to put that one into touch for a throw.
I love it. No nonsense. Don't take chances. Don't give Qatar any encouragement. Take the shine off this first half performance. Jesse Marsh has fired these players up, sent them out there, asked them to go for it, to stay on the front foot, and they've done that.
But half-time whistle goes, and Canada hold a 3-0 advantage against Qatar. Kyle Laren got the scoring going in this one, 16 minutes in, and then John complete domination in the first half.
What brings you the most joy when you're playing?
I love when I'm running fast and I break away with the ball, and everyone else is trying to catch up. I feel so free.
Yes, that's how it should be.
Done. The game is ours.
Every 4 years, we make family traditions. And if we're lucky, make noise. Make purchases with the Scotiabank Passport Visa Infinite Plus card to earn C+ points faster and take your tradition to new places.
Cinco estrelas pra você.
Not bad.
Guys, I hate to break it to you, but we don't have enough lace for the game.
Let's go to the store then.
We cannot go in there. It's 2-pack.
Just 2-pack.
Hi, how you doing? We're having an awesome viewing party, and if you have lace, you can come with us. No lace, no game. Yeah, trying to get the whole party. Welcome.
This is your captain speaking. As your hosts, we wanted to welcome you to Canada. Though our players are going to be anything but welcoming. Canada is a peaceful place, so enjoy the quiet and take in the natural beauty. We Canadians are famous for our hospitality, so don't be surprised when we take care of you.
Bienvenue au Canada.
And we hope you regret your stay.
After 20 years of supporting the game, we're actually going to play in one. Let's go!
So what do you need? Precision striker, rock solid left back? We need a coin. For a coin toss? Oh, yeah, sure. I got it. Can I at least flip it? Heads or tails? I'll do that. We're on TV right now. Yeah.
Welcome to the happiest Coca-Cola halftime show ever. Just a fever dream start for Canada in the biggest game in their history. Kyle Larin, the late hero in Toronto, the opening act in Vancouver. And a small earthquake across the nation as Canada celebrates Jesse Marsh, the Prime Minister, our greatest player ever, Christine Sinclair. And across the country, in Toronto, the reaction to Canada's first. Montreal, a light. And here in Vancouver, Jack Pool Plaza. And the official fan festival reacting to Canada's opening goal. There were two more that would come after, and a remarkable half by the Canadians. Look at the numbers, 15 shots to 2, 8 on target to none for Qatar. Absolute domination for Canada. The Coca-Cola halftime stats, all in their favor. James Duffy back alongside the two captains, Atiba Hutchinson, Julian de Guzman, and Kevin Kilban. We said multiple times before this game, there will never be a better opportunity for the Canadian men's national team. How about capitalizing? Could you ever have imagined a start like that?
Never. I mean, it's been amazing. These guys, they showed up today. You know, the fans have showed up here in the stadium. The country, they've showed up. And the players, 100% have shown up. This is great from Ali. Great ball. And Jonathan does so well to keep it down. And
pressure on anyone than Jonathan David coming in. All the talk all week long of how badly he struggled, and for him to have a performance like this.
It's huge for him to step up and, get the chances. We knew that Canada was going to be direct. We knew that they were going to hit the crosses in. He's been able to complete 20 crosses today in the first half compared to the 24 crosses versus Bosnia in a whole match.
That's the one.
And that's what they needed. And Jonathan David finds himself in the right place at the right time as well. And he's able to finish the chances. Kyle Laird here does a great job getting the header. But again, Jonathan David attacking the box, and that was the narrative for this game. You put your two number 9s in there. They should act like 9s, attack the box, take the opportunities, and that's why they're up by 3 goals.
We spoke about the service that these guys have been lacking in so many games. Today, they showed why they're top-class players. They produced in the big moments because the service was perfect.
So now we're in a situation, Switzerland wins 4-1. Canada is up 3-0 here. Obviously, you want the 3 points, but with Qatar down to 10 men, that feels like a lock. How much are you thinking about goal differential? If Canada can win by 4, then they will only have to draw Switzerland to win the group.
I think they're thinking about it a lot. They're obviously very happy with the performance so far. Game is not done, but they'll be going into the locker room right now feeling good and thinking, we need more. We have them right where we want them. They're man down. Keep putting the pressure on them. Let's get another and get another.
And a play like this right there, I was hoping for a penalty, to be honest. You want the balls.
I wanted the red card. I wanted the red.
I will hope to have the penalty and get Jonathan David on the ball, continue to build his confidence, but nevertheless, he's still able to get a brace. But Canada cannot take their foot off the gas. They have to continue to suffocate Qatar. They're a man down. The job is not done.
But how do you balance that if you have Luke de Fougerolles, Alistair Johnston, and now Darren Cornelius on yellows? At what point do you take them out just to make sure they're safe? Because obviously the yellows reset after group.
Yeah, it's a great point, James. I think that will be in Jesse Marsh's mind. We may see at half-time changes. I think we'll see players that might not necessarily get a lot of great game time throughout this World Cup playing this one particular.
The problem there is they're all fullbacks, and we don't know about Bonvito. Alfie Jones is out for this one, so limited options back there. But just an absolute dream half for the Canadian side and for Canadians from coast to coast, celebrating a 3-0 Canada lead as they chase their first ever World Cup win.
How often do you get to cheer for Canada on home turf? How bad is it? Oh, no! I'm so sorry.
Habitat.
Across the pond, please.
Sorry, mate. Don't go south of the river.
Easy. Let's go.
Hey, we're playing hockey here.
Not anymore, kiddo. This way to the stadium? Everything's intact with these.
This summer, everyone will be watching the world's biggest playoff.
Let's play.
But toys are for real play.
Bonnie needs someone from the same century.
Come on, boy.
It's toys
Come on, Bonnie needs us.
Clear.
versus tech.
What are you, some sort of old man toy?
Shiny.
She thinks you're old because you're bald, Woody.
Why, you and only one will come out on top. We're gonna need backup. That's not gonna work. Toy Story 5.
We are deep into stoppage time. Oh, they must be careful here. But hang on, they are checking it. It's going to be in the hands of the VAR.
At Marshalls, our buyers hustle 24/7, so you never have to compromise on quality or price. Who said expensive taste had to be that expensive? I'm impressed. Let's talk numbers. We get the deals, you get the good stuff.
Keep your eye on the ball and your other eye on this burger. Lock in with a buy one, get one Whopper from Burger King. Order in so you can lock.
What a story for Moise Bombito, who after that friendly in Edmonton, when he went off suffering an injury, wondered if he would be able to make the World Cup squad after all. Today, with Canada 3-0 up, and Moise Bombito having fought back over the course of the last couple of weeks, Jesse Marsh puts him in at half-time to replace Derek Cornelius, who picked up that yellow card in the first half.
Oh, I'm absolutely delighted for him. Look, so pleased that he can be out there. He deserves this moment. Hopefully, you know, the way this game's going to go for centre backs, he's likely going to just ease himself into it, and hopefully he can get some confidence back by being out there, by playing some minutes. Cornelius is the one who leaves because of that yellow, as you said. Maybe he could have took Refugio as well, because he's on a yellow from the first game. You don't want to see a suspension, as is Alistair Johnson, but I'm sure they can play with their heads. It's just wonderful to see Moise Bombito.
Two changes for Qatar as well, with Java and Wilson Jr. leading the game. Canada are 45 minutes away from a first World Cup win for the men's national team after a first half that saw Jonathan David score twice, Kyle Larin open the scoring, and Qatar reduced to 10 men with a sending off early of Homam Ahmed. It couldn't have gone any better for Jesse Marsh's side, but there is still work to be done as they look to try and win this one by a 4-goal margin to secure top spot in the group, heading into the final game of the group stage against Switzerland, who won 4-1 earlier today against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Almanay, one of the players that came in for Qatar to replace Java in the midfield. Here's Larea down the left side, and in towards the middle for Stefan Eustachio. Johnston. Buchanan. Now Ismail Kone and Eustachio across, and this has just picked up exactly where it left off, with Qatar having everybody back defending Canada's onslaught down the left side here. It's Ali Ahmed's ball into the box towards Eustachio, who curls it in, couldn't quite find Larin. And Eustachio first to react, but it's cleared away there by Kukan. And has to play on the far side.
Just setting in a 5-4 formation, right on the edge of the box. The whole game plan in the second half for Qatar is just not to concede any more goals. Still got a chance if they don't lose too many. They've got a game to go. They've picked first match against Switzerland.
Hands ball into the middle, comes back towards Richie Larea. Ahmed, now Larea. Ahmed across it for Stefano Stacchio. Kone plays it back for Bombito. A long road back from injury for Moise Bombito. Larea across towards Kone. Ismail Kone with a turn. Blocked by Pedro Miguel. Johnston. Eustachio wide for Johnston, who has space. Flips the cross in, and away it goes from Madibo. Johnston down that right side finds Buchanan. Up against Albrek. Now Bombito. Eustachio. Larea down the line for Ali Ahmed. Ali Ahmed towards the byline, and out it goes for a goal kick here for Qatar.
Over the run of the defender. You take him on. Holloway does quite well to get back in, but I like the pace and positivity of Ali Ahmed there to try and get in and round the side and get the other side of that deep and resolute five-man defence now.
Moise Bombito coming on at half-time for his 21st cap. The 30 minutes he played in Edmonton against Uzbekistan was his first Canada appearance since March of 2025. Played every minute of the first 15 games under Jesse Marsh, then missed 14. Fractured wrist, a stress fracture in the tibia, a fractured tibia as well. The only player to play every minute at Copa America under Jesse Marsh is now in here. And Bombito wide to the right side. And Johnston's cross goes out of play for a throw.
Early cross again, though, out the feet, try and get it in the box. David's making the runs, Laren's coming across, working as a pair. They know the ball's coming in any time. Johnston or Buchanan on the right, for sure, on their stronger foot, are just trying to whip it round the back of the defence.
Visual wide for Ali Ahmed down the left. He's up against Afif as it comes back to the edge of the box for Bombito. Johnston finds Buchanan. Buchanan's ball in. Laren with a little back flick comes towards Kone. Laren's shot blocked. And it's out for a corner. There were only Fixture and Bombito on the pitch, outfield players who weren't in the penalty area at one point there.
Yeah, they're on the edge of the box. They're, I don't know, 75 yards from their goal. Everyone else is packed into that box. There's some nice stuff from Canada, actually. It's really difficult when it's so tight, but they're really feeling it. The confidence is high. They know they've secured 3 points. They want to get more goals. They want to put on a show for this massive crowd inside BC Place.
Referee Christian Garay of Chile just holding things while they were checking for a potential penalty for a handball. No penalty. The 6th corner of the game. Stefano Stacchio with the outswinger hoisted high. Laren couldn't get there. Brought away by Hassim Madibo, but well won back. And Kone all the way back towards Maxime Crépeau, who has had a very quiet day today. The Canada goalkeeper, Maxime Crépeau, his 5th consecutive start. 17th start in 32 games under Jesse Marsh. Kone is fouled. The yellow card is coming here from the referee. And the Canadian players are furious.
It's a bad one, a really, really bad one for Ismail Kone. This is horrible to see.
Horrible moments on a day of such joy. A serious injury here for Ismail Kone.
I can't believe it, look. feel sick. Just a horrible moment for all these players, especially the one down on the ground right now. We just wish him all the luck. There's got good staff there that will try and get him off and out to hospital as quickly as possible. It's really put a hush around this stadium.
There's the challenge from Asim Madibo, who gets the yellow card. And Canada's players and fans can only watch on and hope that Ismail Kone gets the treatment he needs right now.
Madibo's got his head in his hands. He's just as disappointed as anybody else. It didn't look like a particularly bad challenge. He was coming in trying to put pressure on Kone. Kone just tried to tumble the ball and came in.
As soon as it happened, the Canadian coaching staff were up off the bench. The players furious with the challenge that came in.
Yeah, I think it was more around just trying to get help to Kone. It's a possible red card. We're going to see challenge again. He's still lying on the field, Kone, and a lot of players round about it.
The check is taking place for a red card, but that's insignificant at the cost for Ismail Kone here. Stefano Eustachio is arguing here with Julian Lopetegui, having to be carried away by or taken away by Jesse Marsh. Eustachio, it is a red card for Asim Madibo. So 9 men now for Qatar. Kone, a player who over the course of the last year has gone from not playing much in the Gold Cup to being such an integral part of Jesse Marsh's squad as he's matured and turned into a superstar. Great season at club level. Certainly not the way that anyone would have wanted Ismail Kone's day to end here. But the crowd rises to salute Ismail Kone.
What a shame. We talked about how vital it was going to be for Canada at this World Cup. And someone with so much ability, quality at the middle of the park, who's enjoying himself out there this afternoon. Sadly for him, his World Cup is over. A really difficult thing as a football player, and I've been there, I've been on the pitch when colleagues, friends, teammates are hurting this manner, and it's very hard to keep playing. You have a sick feeling in your stomach. Actually, Herbert's sitting away up here from our vantage point. He's up, he's clapping, crowd. What a moment. We wish him a speedy recovery.
An embrace from Jesse Marsh as Ismail Kone is taken away on the stretcher. A wave to the crowd from Kone. And these Canadian players gather around on the halfway line as they await Nathan Saliba coming in.
It's a good idea. It's a good idea. Together, have a little word. Make sure that you do your absolute best to refocus. This is a World Cup game that Canada played magnificently and get back to business. That's the greatest tribute they can give to the stricken teammate who's waving at the fans and getting a hero's reception, as he should.
An iconic view there in the future as Ismail Kone waves to the fans with all of Canada sending best wishes right now to Kone. first appearance at the World Cup. And Qatar down to 9 men. Bombito out to the right side here with play resuming in the 58th minute. Canada with a 2-man advantage.
It's been more of the same, what we were seeing where Qatar just camped on the edge of their 18-yard box. Now they've just got the 9 players, as you said, 8 outfield players. It's just going to be a case of moving the ball quickly, trying to tire them out. Chances will come as the half continues to go on.
Well, Hashmi Al-Hussein getting set to come in. Another change here for Qatar. And it's going to be Akram Afif leading the game. So another defensive player coming in. And the man who had gone up top after they took the last striker off following the other sending off is now leaving the game as well. So no real attacking options left on the pitch for Qatar. The stoppage was a little over 6 minutes for the treatment for Ismail Kone. Out of play, this one goes for a Canada throw. It's Alistair Johnston down the right side. Johnston pushing it forward for Tajon Buchanan to chase. He's up against Albrecht. Buchanan to the byline, and that was straight towards the keeper, Abunada.
That's the defender again, Noel Buchanan on the outside. Excellent. And just took a little clip. The cross coming in easily into the arms of Abunada.
The foot roll underneath it. He was one of the players that came into this game on a yellow card and at risk of missing the final group game should he get another today. And the referee with the free kick here as Richie Larrea goes down. Wasn't a great response on the bench by the Qatari staff and players as they were getting into a bit of an argument with some Canada staff. This is Ali Ahmed down the left side. Comes for Eustáquio across to Saliba. Now down the right towards Alistair Johnston. Crossed in towards Ali Ahmed and chased across to the near side by Richie Larrea, but out of play it goes here for a throw.
It's unlucky. Good ball in from Jonathan David. Ali Ahmed got a little bit ahead of it. Still crossing it in the box. Testing the defence, Canada.
Larrea to the byline, and that one is out of play. Off Alawi for a corner on the left side here for Canada. 7th corner of the game. Jacob Schaffelberg and Liam Miller both going through heavy warm-ups right now for Canada. Eustáquio swings it into the back post. Laren. Here's Larrea. Laren out there on the far side. Inside for Nathan Saliba. Saliba finds Johnston. Looks like Miller will definitely be coming on very soon. He started the first game and lost his place in the 11 today with Ahmed coming in. It's into the front post. It's another corner on the far side. Cannon again, just keeping the width.
Take this one short, just keep the tempo of the game really high.
And dribble from distance, and now a free kick on the edge of the box. Another bad challenge. And a yellow card show. It's the substitute who came in, who gets it. Ahmed Fati. the Egyptian-born midfielder, for the foul on Ali Ahmed.
It's a poor challenge on Ali Ahmed. It's another late one from Fatih. Ahmed has a striker goal, and Fatih comes in way too late.
Canada did face a team with 9 men in June of last year in the Gold Cup when El Salvador had 2 sent off. They won that game by 2-0. They're up by 3 here, but looking for more. Saliba, Eustachio, David and Ahmed all standing close to the ball. Stefan Eustachio now moves away, leaving Saliba to take this one. And Saliba calls it off!
From Saliba round the wall, kissing it off the post, into the back of the net. The substitute has had a terrific season in Belgium. Great free kick. Keeper's got no chance trying to get over to it. It's ball out in the back of the net. The ball goes over the line.
Here comes Stefan Eustachio. Wide to the right it goes. Ball chipped in towards Larin at the back post. Ali Ahmed gets there. Larin, Eustachio, Larea. More changes coming. I think Promise David might be coming in for Canada. In towards the back post. Brought down by Tejan Buchanan, but he couldn't do anything about that one.
Numbers in the box, so isn't it? It was a deeper cross, but because Canada have got 4 or 5 players in a row, in a lot of ways they can afford to throw rain forward because Qatar had the 2 red cards, but still great to see. It's been a theme of this performance, and it's the reason that they've totally dismantled Qatar this afternoon.
First direct free kick goal at this World Cup. Bernardo, the keeper, is now down and will need treatment here for Qatar. And it's a year since Nathan Saliba scored back-to-back goals at the Gold Cup last June.
Bernardo's got a problem now, maybe from that free kick goal. He's holding on to his left shoulder. He's trying to get across to that side, ended up maybe colliding with some part of the goal frame.
And Saliba, a year on, scores in the same building where he got his first international goal in that 6-0 win against Honduras. This 4-0 scoreline would be enough to take Canada top of the group.
Yeah.
And then just a point would be needed against Switzerland on the final day.
It's such a bonus to have that cushion for the 3rd game. I don't think they're done here at 4. I think Canada will score more goals. As the substitutes come as well, they'll be hungrier and hungrier to get on the score sheet.
We're hearing from Canada Soccer that Ismail Kone has been stabilised in terms of his leg. He is on his way to a local hospital. So Kone heading to hospital right now with his leg stabilised. That was the update from Canada Soccer. His good friend, his former teammate in Montreal, replaced him on the pitch, and moments later scored a free kick to make it 4-0.
It's absolutely electric in here. crowd doing the wave. Everyone enjoying the party.
In towards Ali Ahmed at the back post. I just saw Alphonso Davies walk up towards the edge of the technical area, put his arm on the shoulder of Jesse Marsh and say something. Put me in, boss. He would love this.
Oh, yeah.
But if he's not fully fit, if he's not fully training, then you've got to be careful.
Take the risk. Everybody wants to have a part in this, though. This is as good as it gets for men's soccer in Canada.
Ali Ahmed. Buchanan. And the Fougerolles up there. Vito finds Lorraine. And the ball played out of play. The one thing that now impacts the next game for Qatar as well, you mentioned the first half, they got that point against Switzerland on opening day, so they could still beat Bosnia and get through despite this, but now they'll be missing, obviously, the two suspended players as we head into the hydration break. The midway mark in this second half. Canada leading Qatar by 4 goals to 0.
Say hi to the Lees and their newest family member, the Kia EV5. Gordon has a lot to do and appreciates looking great while doing it. And Sophia is sporty, very sporty. When she's not on the field, she's skating on it. All 5 get what they want.
Following the serious injury to Ismail Kone, but they lead by 4 goals to 0 right now and are headed towards a first World Cup win and almost assured of a knockout stage place. Maxime Crépeau with some words in the huddle as well, as a double change comes here with Schaffelberg and Oliver Shea coming in. Luc de Fougerolles and Ali Ahmed coming out. No surprise about either of those, given the fact that de Fougerolles is on a yellow. Ali Ahmed has not played a full game yet since his return from injury. Jesse Marsh standing, lifting his arms aloft on the edge of the technical area, trying to get this crowd going right now to lift Canada home. Magnificent day in Vancouver. Overshadowed only by that injury to Ismail Kone. So they've taken de Fougerolles off. They don't need that many defenders on the pitch.
If it is any kind of shame because they're playing so high up, it's Lorraine's left centre back.
Schaffelberg just got hit in the head there.
Yeah, it looks like Schaffelberg's sort of left back and Oliver Shea's playing ahead of him because David and Lamb have stayed on the pitch. Right, it was smart to get the Fougerolles off, just takes one little mistake. bit of unluckiness or whatever, where the Fugero could have got that yellow and then he's missing for the third game. Johnson, a bit more experience, I'm sure he's going to be fine. He's also in the yellow from the first game.
4-0 would tie the biggest win for a CONCACAF team in World Cup history. Mexico beating El Salvador in 1970. To be fair, you didn't predict 3-0 today.
I did, but I don't know if this will end 4-0. I think Canada will score more goals here.
Eustachio, wide for Buchanan on the right side up against our break. Now Jonathan David, who is on a hat-trick, of course. It'll be his third of his international career. He's on the outside there with the cross in towards the back post and just put behind as Schaffelberg was lurking at that back post.
He's football watching a bit there, Schaffelberg, just on the field as Christine Sinclair. I'm sure loving every minute of this.
She was there for the opener in Toronto as well. Scored many goals in this stadium, Christine Sinclair, down the years. Eustachio's ball into the 6-yard box. Punched away as far as Tejon Buchanan. Now it's Larea. 17 minutes plus stoppage time. There will be at least 6 minutes added on for the injury to Kone. And Jonathan David just couldn't quite bring that one down.
It was a tough one. It was a little long from Stefan Eustachio, and he was in two minds whether it maybe over his head, nod it over, or bring it down in the foot. He couldn't quite control it.
So you'll have at least 9 minutes added on, if not more, at the end of this one with the Kone injury and the 3-minute hydration break. Off the head of Schaffelberg, the scorer Saliba drops for Oluwaseyi. Oluwaseyi, who got the start in the opening game in Toronto, but was replaced in the 11 today by Larin. You now have Oluwaseyi, Larin, David, Buchanan, Schaffelberg, all on the pitch as Canada go for goals here. Eustachio. Here's Saliba. Johnston finds Eustachio. Down the right side it goes towards Tejon Buchanan. Buchanan to Johnston in the byline, dribbled low and then back for Tejon Buchanan here. Buchanan's turn shot comes back for Schaffelberg.
Substitute. Manai just having a swing at it. Oh, it's awful stuff.
Probably no goal.
Yeah, I would say so. I don't know if it's on target. Schaffelberg though hits it towards goal, which again is the right thing to do, to just keep getting shots on target, shots on goal. There's more to come. There's 2 more. Canada want more goals here.
Now Saliba carries it forward. Schaffelberg to the left. Qatar down to 9 men. Schaffelberg's cross in. Given away straight towards Saliba. Jonathan David. Been given as an own goal. Buchanan hits that one high. So this would be the biggest win for a CONCACAF team at the World Cup. Qatar, the first team from an Asian nation to suffer 2 red cards in the same match in the entire history of the World Cup. Still to come, one more match today at the World Cup. 20 minutes remaining with the stoppage time to be added. Johnston. And Canada repeat the 6 they had here a year ago in the Gold Cup. Larin. Bombito thought about a shot, but plays it into Schaffelberg instead. Saliba. Now Richie Larea goes for goal. It's taken a deflection. It's behind for another Canada corner.
Just take that thumbs up and just have attempts at goal. It's so easy. It's as easy as a World Cup game could ever get. Playing at home, 5-0 up. Playing against 9 men. It's just a case of who's next to get an attempt on target.
Corner number 11, Eustachio in towards the front post. Schaffelberg racing across to catch this one at the touchline. Eustachio. Saliba. There's Larea down the line. It's Jacob Schaffelberg, and he's won another corner here. Taking it quickly, in for Schaffelberg now. And that one deflecting towards the goal. The keeper, Abinada, having to deal with it as it comes behind for a corner here.
He spins up, and it's just underneath his crossbar. He can't really catch it. It's going to just push it over for another corner. Schaffelberg's touch was a little sloppy inside the box. He's getting lots of ball.
Second substitute appearance in this World Cup for Jacob Schaffelberg. Eustachio in towards goal. It was a Qatar head that met it and cleared away. And Maxime Crépeau is right up on halfway here to get this ball back forward. Down the line it comes for Stefan Eustachio here. He's got Schaffelberg making a run to the outside. It's Schaffelberg, ball across goal and put behind there for a corner now. Once again. This time it goes off. Malawi, 21-year-old defender. It has been a day Qatar will want to forget. Canada dominating from the opening kickoff. Eustachio to the front post, headed away only as far as Jacob Schaffelberg here. Schaffelberg from distance.
Good power from Schaffelberg, but not the control that he needed. But again, I don't mind that it's a shot at goal. It's positive play. It's trying to test a side that really are not in the same class as Canada.
Bernardo downfield. Well, Canada were heavy favourites anyway, even if it was 11 aside. Credit to the way that they started this game. They were on the front foot, right from the kickoff, and they made it count. 3-0 up at half-time, 2 more goals following in the second half. Eustachio finds Bombito, who came on at half-time as his comeback continues from injury. This is Schaffelberg down the left. Larin laid on for Bombito. Alistair Johnston can cross into the middle, and it's saved by Abinada.
It's a decent save by Abinada. Johnson has been terrific. Alfonso Davies is watching on, wishing he was out there.
For Schaffelberg on the left. Schaffelberg high to the back post. Buchanan couldn't get that. Abinada punches away. Eustachio. The ball in towards Larin. Comes for Schaffelberg.
Wide open from Schaffelberg. Why not? Goalkeeper's down again. Contact there with that deep cross. Goalkeeper's need some treatment now on his left leg. There it is, he comes in through the traffic. Bangs his head off the ground also.
Well, Kyle Larin started the scoring 9 minutes in. He scored in back-to-back World Cup games. Jonathan David then scored twice in the 29th minute and in the 3rd minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half. And after the serious injury to Ismail Kone, Nathan Saliba coming in, and he scored a free kick. What a strike it was.
Strike, wasn't it?
That was in the 64th minute. And then the own goal coming in the 75th for Canada's 5th goal. Here comes Nico Sigur to replace Tejon Buchanan. Quite a story for Sigur, who hails from Burnaby, BC, and gets the opportunity to come on to make his World Cup debut in a stadium where he used to be a ball kick.
Incredible, isn't it? Talked a lot about hopes and dreams, young kids that want to play at the highest level. There's no higher level than this. This is as good as it gets. This is football in Canada at its peak. Home World Cup games, winning 5-0. Party, atmosphere inside BC Place. Unbelievable stuff. And Nico Sigur will be pinching himself that he's out there.
Here he is on the ball, inside it comes towards Saliba. Now Schaffelberg down the left side. Saliba got his first international goal here last year against Honduras. Larea through. Saliba gets a touch. David's shot takes the deflection, comes back for Kyle Larin. O'Shea! Stumbled inside the 6-yard box and Qatar still can't quite clear. Larea down the line finds Schaffelberg. Eustachio.
Games resembling a schoolyard kick about now. There's just so many players within such a tight space inside that Qatari box. He's just trying to get that little half gap of space to get a shot away. All of O'Shea's wriggling, Larin's in there. Pretty unique kind of situation this is. Even for these guys, a lot of them have seen so many things in this game, but there is a sort of surreal feeling to this because of the comfort levels or the scoreline and the fact that Qatar can't do anything but try and defend and prevent Canada from scoring more and more goals.
Lucas Mendes getting set to come in for Qatar for his World Cup debut. Johnston flips that cross in. Holloway Shea couldn't get there. He might have another chance. Abonada able to claim. Jonathan David got those 2 first-half goals. He hasn't had a shot in the second half. Still on a hat-trick.
Yeah, just at that one there that was blocked, never made it to the goal, but I'd be thinking there's a World Cup hat-trick here for him. That's why he's still on the field. Jesse Marsh giving him all the time possible to achieve that.
So go down the right side. Back to Eustachio. Along for Jonathan David. Jonathan David from distance comes back towards Saliba. Wide to the left now, Schaffelberg keeping this one in play. The winger from Port Williams, Nova Scotia. Inside it goes for Larea. Saliba. Trying on the end of this one through from Jonathan David. Saliba's ball in. It's gone behind for another Canada corner. Off Malawi. And here comes the change. Around the stadium is because they've just shown Christine Sinclair on the scoreboard here. And Fatty leads the game. Mendes comes in. Eustachio in towards the front post. O'Shea couldn't get there, but it comes back out to the edge of the area for Bombito. Eustachio. Bombito. And free kick for Qatar. Just a tug in the jersey there by Moise Bombito.
It's not too often he'll make a little inside run like that in the box as a centre back. Acting like a striker. He's got that luxury, isn't he? Because everyone's just out and out attack.
So a reminder of where we're at here for those who tuned in later on in the game. Canada, with this result, will go top of the group. That would mean then that they would be level on points with Switzerland, but above them on goal difference. So coming into the final game of the group stage next Wednesday, Canada can win the group with a draw against Switzerland. And that is absolutely a scenario Jesse Marsh would have been happy with when
how much we came in about this. Look, we've talked about this for way over a year. Every single week about best case scenarios. That is dream scenario.
Segur. Johnston. Now it's Eustachio. Eustachio's ball into the box. Oh, shit, he can't get there. It's literally a training drill right now.
It is. But it's the World Cup. And so you've got to keep your concentration because you want to get yourself on the score sheet or have an assist, do something significant. Canada have still kept the tempo quite high. They've still tried to move the ball around and they are still creating little opportunities. There might be even more goals in this game.
Jonathan David, who scored 2 already today, to the back post for Schaffelberg. So David and Kyle Larin, both with 2 World Cup goals now. Saliba. Jonathan David at the byline. Becomes the first Canadian man to score multiple goals in a World Cup game. So into the final minute of the 90 we go, here at BC Place. This is Richie Larea. So much time for Larea. Segur strikes. Schaffelberg finds Jonathan David to the back post.
Unselfish, but he should have shot.
Free kick here for Qatar.
Yeah, Larin used his body there and Kukai, the captain, used to put him off balance. Yeah, David was in a nice little slot. It wasn't the best of angles, but I thought have a strike. He's trying to clip one up to the back post, just hit it on target. First chance of the win in the back of the net.
Vancouver has been an incredible World Cup city so far. So much happening in downtown Vancouver. This is the second game in this stadium. It was packed with Australia and Turkey fans on Saturday for the first game. 9 minutes of stoppage time to be added on here. Should probably be more because stoppage for Kone's injury was over 6 minutes, and then there's the 3-minute hydration break as well. The keeper's been down a couple of times for Qatar.
Yeah,
Mahmoud Abunada.
Not seen the same minutes added on that we saw in Qatar at the last World Cup. It's been a little bit tighter.
Canada just able to watch that one out of play as they get closer to the first all-time World Cup clean sheet for the men's national team. Eustachio carries it forward. 2-man advantage for Canada. Red cards in the 14th, in the 33rd and 51st minute. Here's Saliba. And it drops down for 2.
What's the score for Canada?
time he's out to turn round and collect the ball from that net. Canada putting the cherry on the icing on the cake at the end of the game.
6-0, just as it was a year ago yesterday. Jonathan David gets the 56th hat-trick in World Cup history. What Messi did a couple of days ago, Jonathan David does now for Canada. Second ever hat-trick at the World Cup by a CONCACAF player. The first since 1930. Jonathan David's third career hat-trick for his country. Shufflework. Saliba. What a day.
Unbelievable. It really is. How well did he take that goal? We saw him have a couple of strides from the edge of the box. Talked about the one 3 minutes before, but I thought he should have shot. He's such an unselfish player. He always does what he thinks is the right thing. That thing there, it was all about his quality to gather the ball in and then really sharp with the finish. He got it away off his left foot before the goalkeeper could get across.
So goes ball in, out it goes for a throw on the far side. We're 3 minutes through the 9 being added on. Bombito. Larea into the path of Schaffelberg. Schaffelberg clips this cross in, back post. Abonada able to get there.
His quality performance, 5 saves we talked about. His performance against Switzerland, but tonight he's just been completely overlooked. Switzerland are a side with many talented football players, not really played their best in the first 2 games in this group. Canada at home with confidence after this.
Johnston down the line to Segur. Back for Johnston. Couldn't get there. Played away as far as Nico Segur.
It's weird to say that Jonathan David's got a hat-trick, but for me, man of the match, can't believe how good he's been. He's been constant on that right-hand side, the running that he's went through, and the way that he's led his team through this game has been so impressive. He's still going.
Eustachio. Johnston. It's out for another corner on the far side.
There's a goal. Good football. Look at Eustachio as well out there. It's coming again.
Segur. Larea in towards Larin. That was the 18th corner of the game here for Canada. And Larin gives away the free kick. Well, Jonathan David scored 3 goals from 5 shots on target after questions all week long about his goal-scoring form. Italy. Only 1 goal in his last 13 league games in absolutely staggering, and it's a great return, it really is. Eustachio. Larea down the line towards Schaffelberg. He was denied his goal, given an own goal, but created by Jacob Schaffelberg. Right now, Jonathan David tied with Lionel Messi for the World Cup Golden Boot. Eustachio. starting to ring out around BC Place here. Johnston's cross in, Lanyon just bounces it away. That's too high for him. But look at them still chasing with such tenacity to get there. They got more goals. It's not enough. It's the killer mentality through Canada, just relentless wave after wave of attack. Even though they're playing against 9 men, it's not easy. Here's the goal. You can see Jonathan David's clearly onside. A yard or two. Loved his first touch. Instinctive. Just the way that he just cushions it, look, he just sort of draws his foot back and takes the sting off the shot, puts it in the perfect spot to just strike through it. What Jonathan David achieved today is rare. I know Canada are running away with this game. Qatar have 9 men, but it's a World Cup hat-trick. Stevie, the last time a host nation had a World Cup hat-trick was England, Jeff Hurst, in the 1966 final. It's so historical. It doesn't matter what's on in this game. It doesn't matter the penalties that Paul Singh and Qatar. He's done it at the highest level possible. O'Shea's ball back in. Battling to try and get there. Here's Krippel on halfway. Here's a surprising shoot from the crowd. Bobito. Larin through towards David and just hammered behind by our break for another corner on the far side. We've played the 9 minutes of stoppage time. This will probably be the last action of the game. Saliba with a header. David couldn't keep it in play. Sent off, and Jesse Marsh just needs to make sure that there is nothing that goes on here that will cost his players a place in the next game. Yeah, this is the celebrating look. They shouldn't be getting involved in this. I know emotions are high, particularly because of that injury. Qatar did not handle any part of that well, and Julian Lopetegui was a big part of the melee that happened a couple of times during the second half, and then at the end of the game there. So he should feel a little ashamed with himself, that's for sure. But celebrating and enjoying.
As I said, we got the Mexico game on at 9 p.m. where they take on South Korea. Feel free to stick around, stretch your legs a little bit. Visit the Table Rock Center up there. Niagara Parks has lots of different attractions. Journey behind the falls, Niagara takes flight. Lots of fun stuff you do in Niagara on top of this amazing setup. Hello to the people on the patio. How was the game? How was the view from up there? Good vibes from there? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
This is a seminal moment. Look, this is a moment for this country. It's been building. We started in Toronto, Vancouver. It's the second game. We put pressure on these guys. We said they had to win this game. They
Shout out to the Scots. Yes, sir.